Just look at that. Would you look at that? We just landed at Heathrow, drove 2 hours, met up with Bryn, got my press car, which is the Jaguar F-Type SVR, and now we are at Bryn's friend's house. The American dream, you got a 2-car garage, you got a house, you got whatever. This is the British dream right here. This is insane. Look at this place. This is like the X-Men mansion over here. But not only that, this is his garage. Oh, talk about a dream garage. Let me just introduce you to the owner. We got Nick here, and this is your compound.
Kind of, yeah, compound if you want to call it that.
It's a home for cars.
Yeah. It's your private collection.
Yep.
This is my dream garage. Like, I would love to have something like this. I'm sure every car guy would love to have something like this. How many more cars could you fit in here, right?
One that was here yesterday, but that's it, yeah.
Yeah, but what was it that was sat here yesterday?
Aventador SV.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Not just an Aventador, but an Aventador SV. Because that's kind of what you do. You get the right car.
Anything and everything, as long as it's what I like, I suppose, and the right money.
I pulled in, and then I looked over at the garage, and I kept driving, and my mouth just dropped. My jaw just dropped. And then Bryn's like, hey, you're driving on the grass. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Didn't even meet the guy yet, already ruined his grass. But what's your inspiration here? Like, you have such a eclectic mix of cars here.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I'm a BMW head through and through, really. I love BMWs, any M cars, pretty much. Who doesn't love a Ferrari and a Lamborghini, really? It's kind of, those are like the staple of the best kind of performance cars in the world. So,
And that's because it's kind of, I think some people sometimes don't like a car because everyone else likes it or because you're meant to like it. But if you're really honest with yourself, it's a massive yellow sports car. Like, who wouldn't want that, right?
And it's mental.
Yeah.
Drives crazy. There's a different experience you get from each one.
One of the guys that works for us, his name is Leaf, and he's a really big E30 guy. He had a few E30s, but we always make fun of him because it's like he could smell them from far away.
That's the smell of desire, my lady.
This view from here looks like a BMW dealership. I mean, but I also saw that E30 M3 in the corner, and that thing looks seriously like a 0-mile car.
The grey one, it's like brand new. It literally is like brand new. Let me turn the lights on.
Of course you do it from your phone. Look how fancy this is. Oh, okay. It got bright here all of a sudden.
This car's a 90,000 kilometer German import. So I had one owner in Germany for until around 2001, and then it was bought by a friend of mine who's had it for the last 18 years in the UK, and I bought it off him about 2 months ago. Pretty much original paint, bar, the front bumper, original inside, it's like brand new. It's literally a concourse condition car. It's had a few modifications, but in terms of Evo 2 parts and things like that, so nothing like non-OEM.
Oh, this is so amazing. It smells amazing too.
What done it for me was when I opened the petrol flap. Have a look, when you open the petrol flap, it's like brand new.
Really? Oh.
Just little things like that.
That is so, the rubber and everything.
Yeah, it's like brand new.
Oh, it really is brand new.
This has got a modified engine because the original engine, well, it's still the same engine, but it blew up. So he rebuilt it to a higher specification. So it was built and stroked up to 2.5, which is what came in the Sport Evo, and running more power. So it's running around 280 horsepower.
This was from Japan?
Yeah, both of these two were, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
But the Diablo is such, like for me...
LEDs all over them at night. They're lit up in all different colours, inside, outside. Yeah.
Do you drive this pretty often, the Diablo?
Not too often, but I've driven it probably about 3 times this year. We're in August, so yeah, I'd say it's fairly often considering that there's a lot of cars to drive.
Right. This is That's a good problem to have.
Yeah. It had like Diamantes and stuff all over it. I think it's still got a few on the back, but mostly it's off.
Probably something to do with Mahoroshi-san.
Oh, so it actually did come with LEDs.
Yeah, they did.
Actual
Yeah,
Mahoroshi-san spec. Obviously, maybe not his, but you know, someone similar.
yeah. I took all that off when I got it. Yeah.
Not into that, Nick?
It didn't look quite right in
Tokyo,
Southampton. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I've never really seen one in person this close.
And they're not huge cars.
So cool.
They're not huge cars.
If you look
as well.
at it from the front, you see how narrow it is at the front and how wide it goes at the rear. Yeah. It goes massive at the back. When you're sat in it, you really notice it. You don't fit through as many gaps as you'd think you would. When I actually picked this up, we went in a trailer, picked up both of these, 2 trailers on the back of my X6 and my mate's truck. We didn't measure the trailers beforehand. We just thought they'd fit. Their car trailers. Yeah, didn't fit. Both cars didn't fit.
The badge on the back is still bedazzled pretty good.
I'm trying to find a normal one at reasonable money.
That's Japan spec for sure.
Yeah.
And the exhaust too.
Where's the...
And what's that thing next to the ashtray? That sort of gold surround.
I think that's for the suspension or whatever it is.
Oh, right.
Where is it here? The engine bay's got all the bedazzled.
Oh, wow. What is that? And I love that they highlighted the firing order.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's supposed to be painted yellow either, but...
Look at this.
Bryn, are you sure you don't want to do this to your cars?
I am. I'm taking deep inspiration right now. This is all getting noted mentally. I'm straight on Amazon, get some Diamantes on the go. That's outrageous.
Like I'm in 2 minds. Like I left chrome wheel, I had massive chrome wheels on it. They're in the other room, but they're like huge chrome 5-spoke wheels. And I left them on there for like 3 years because I actually really liked the look of how it looked. So stupid. It was just wild, isn't it?
Essentially, even if this was all black interior, black wheels, it's still a Lamborghini Diablo. It's still getting a lot of attention. Yeah. So why not have it yellow with chrome wheels and diamonds all over
It
it?
had the chrome wheels and everything on there.
This is so cool. It's so wild looking, really.
It is the scale of, like Nick says, when you look at the back of it, you look at the front, it's all kind of like, you know, this wedge shape, but the back is this massive rear end, big wing. Yeah.
And it's not the easiest car to drive, it's not the easiest car to get in and out of, it's like hard work. Whereas like Lamborghinis of now, like...
I feel like this is probably a step up from the Countach though, right? Like,
yeah, I don't fit in a Countach. I'm 6'2" and like 19 stone. Yeah. I don't fit in a Countach at all. Like it's a struggle in these, but Countach, I can't close the door. It's that bad.
That is the most British thing I've heard today. I'm 19 stone. No idea what that is.
That's about 118 kilos-ish, I think.
That probably won't mean anything to you, is it?
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me either.
You need pounds, don't you?
Yeah.
2.2 pounds per kilo, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's about 250, I guess, pounds. Is that right? I
It's
don't
about
know.
that much. Yeah, it's about that much.
It's about this much.
It's this much, yeah. This is an M4 DTM. It's pretty much a new car. I've taken it to a drive through Europe last year. Other than that, it hasn't really gone anywhere. Brilliant car to drive.
Yeah, this one has the special taillights, right?
Yeah, where they sort of fan out like that.
I love the way this thing looks.
And how many of these were into the UK then? I don't know a lot about these.
I think 23 in the UK.
23?
Yeah, 200 in total, 23 into the UK right-hand drive, yeah.
Jeez, amazing.
When I was a kid, my dad always had an E34
Okay.
growing up. I guess that's kind of where it started from. And then it was only a 520 E34, an F reg, so that's at 89. Yeah. And he had that all the way up until I was like 12, 13 years old.
So your memories of being back on one of these?
Yeah.
Happy family days?
Yeah, and I remember it being a fast car.
Yeah.
Even though 520 diesel is not a fast car.
Is that just the way your dad drove it though?
It must have been, yeah, it must have been.
What? So what is this motor out of?
That's out of a E34 540. Yeah.
And
So
everything works.
Everything
it's
works, yeah.
Manual.
Manual, yeah.
Amazing. This has got to be a blast to drive too.
It's brilliant to drive. Loads of torque, rear wheels always spinning up. E36 M3.
36.
Quite rare in Dakar as a 4-door. Always wanted one from seeing them in the magazines when I was younger. But apparently they only actually made 17 of them.
Wow.
So it's actually quite rare. I didn't realise how rare they were until later. I haven't seen another for sale at all.
Love the red interior too.
Yeah.
It's great. And it's right-hand drive.
Yeah, right-hand drive. Yeah, that's right-hand drive. There's not everything. Most of the stuff here is left-hand drive, to be fair.
So is this modified at all?
This is a Koenig Specials. Yeah, from the 80s. That's what they used to put wheels and wings and interiors in cars. These weren't actually the wheels that were on it when Koenig did it. Those were the ones behind. But these were fitted at some time in Japan. They've got BBS stickers on them, but they're not BBSs. They're, what are they? Works, yeah, they're work ones. Yeah.
These are actually work wheels?
Yeah.
So these are probably work Brombacher.
It's funny because those look like the
Futuras.
No, those look like the ones that would be on like a GTR LM.
That's a one owner, immaculate M3, low miles. It's got 52,000 miles on that. And it's non-sunroof manual, so it's quite rare. You never really see them facelift with the red leather. It's just quite rare.
And E39.
E39 M5 and a Mola red. I believe under 20 of these were made as well.
Whoa, and this is manual too?
Yeah.
Amazing. This is seriously one of my favorite BMWs.
Yeah, brilliant cars to drive as well. Big V8s, manual. And then over here it gets a little bit more eclectic, I suppose.
Yeah. You got your one Ford.
Yeah, I've had a few. I've had a few Sierra Cosworths and stuff, but they've always been unreliable. I've never really got on too well with them. But this one is an 18,000 mile car. It's like brand new. So
can I open it?
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
And it's like, right-hand drive.
Yeah, it's brand new basically.
This is so cool. Look at that badge, RS Owners Club. Oh my God, the seats and the smell in here. Oh, that smells like 80s. That is so cool. This is amazing. This is a time capsule.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Completely original.
Can we check under the hood?
Yeah, there's not a lot to see, but yeah.
This is so cool. How often do you get to drive this?
I've done 1,000 miles on it since I've had it since 2012, so not a lot. I'll just love 63, 64 Impalas from Eazy-E and Dr. Dre and Boys in the Hood. Like, I love that stuff.
What year is this one?
This is 63, yeah. What? 63 two-door. Always wanted hydraulics, and this is a perfect color combination, red with the black leather.
Yeah.
Pillarless when you open the windows.
That is so cool. That is amazing. So where did you get this even?
I actually bought this from a guy near Manchester, so in the UK. I'd followed him on Instagram for about 2 years, and just bugged him until he sold it to me, basically. Because I've never seen another one for sale in the UK.
Right. Oh, and then you got another E46.
That's like highly modified, supercharged. It's running like 500 horsepower on coilovers, big brakes. So it's like set up for fast road track driving, really, but also rare. So it's a non-sunroof coupe.
And it's
blue leather
interior.
6-speed. There's a supercharger. I'll show you.
This is so cool.
Supercharged.
I love your plate too.
Yeah. If you look on the red M5, it says M Beast, so they match Beauty and the Beast.
Ah. That is awesome. Yeah, I don't have a BMW, but most of the Hoonigan guys are really big into BMW. Eventually, I think I'll get one, but
It's just more refined.
yeah, you know, that's the thing is for me, if I get one, I think I would get one, for example, like the E36, where I could actually work on it myself, kind of being like a mechanical dummy, I guess. I could still do most of the things myself. After that, I mean, I guess after this one, it gets crazier and
It gets a lot more harder, I suppose.
But I'm guessing your E30 is probably your favorite, huh?
E30 is my favorite. The orange one is my favorite car, full stop. Out of everything.
Out of everything.
Out of everything, yeah. If I had to only have one car, that would be the one that I'd have.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for showing us your collection.
No worries.
Really, really cool.
Thank you for popping out, having a look.
We have to move the family SUV.
No, we gotta move the
Family SUV, right?
Yeah, we gotta.
You have to move the Lamborghini to get the Lamborghini out of the garage.
Yeah. What Brent said. Ah, I did it. I knew I was gonna do it. I knew it.
Yeah, I remember the first time I drove a car.
Yeah. This is unbelievable. Oh, okay. All right. This Lamborghini has Lamborghini doors.
At last.
At
last. Actually, a car that deserves its doors.
Whoa, my goodness.
How much of a badass before the internet would you feel if you just turned up in something like this?
I mean, you feel like a badass now. I feel like a badass just sitting in it right now.
I just grew about 4 inches in height. My life just became inexplicably a much better place to be. Look at that view. All you see is engine, wing, colour, noise. Nothing about, like, you look in the rearview mirror of a normal car and you get like a baby seat or a boot or traffic behind you. This is just like, you're in a Lamborghini!
Oh, they hate us. They hate us. The runners. They absolutely can't stand us.
However, this Lamborghini transcends all emotion around us. I am basically in a Jamiroquai video.
Let me zoom in on that. Oh, look at that. Oh. What are the settings on that? Read them out. Read them out to me. What's the IS aperture?
What's the
speeds?
IS aperture?
IS aperture speeds.
Sun's out, guns out.
Sun's out, ventilators out.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Lift it.
It has a lift too.